Hi, I've just got back from shopping and my bag is jam-packed full of the most delicious ingredients because today we're going to make the world's best gluten-free vegan Bakewell Tart from my new recipe book, Angelicious. So let's go find my kitchen and we'll get started. You'll need a baking dish. I like to use this one that my mum gave me many years ago. You might like one that has a pop-out bottom. But we're just gonna melt the coconut and then we're just gonna take a little bit of that and line the dish. So for this recipe, we need 125 grams of rice flour, 75 grams of tapioca flour or tapioca starch, 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. If you don't have ground flax seeds, use ground chia seeds. I like to grind my own so they're nice and fresh. 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now coconut oil solidifies at room temperature, so I melted this ahead of time. 4 tablespoons of rice syrup. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And the next step is just to mix all that in together. Now, if your kitchen is particularly cold, you might find that your coconut oil starts to solidify, in which case just get your hands straight in there. I just like to give it a bit of a mix to start with, and then I'll get my hands in, because that's the fun part. And just pull it together. Might just have to put a little bit of energy into this to get it all to stick together and combine nicely. If you've got the ingredients right, this should work a treat. So you want to just combine that until you get a really nice ball that sticks together. You might have to work this a little bit, but then it really makes creating this worthwhile. I can really smell this wonderful hint of vanilla coming from this right now. So that doesn't take too long. Remember to do it with love, because we all know that it tastes so much better when we infuse it with our kind, loving energy. Now, when I first created this, I didn't want to follow what anyone else was doing. I just wanted to be divinely inspired, so I just allowed the energy of my kitchen and the ingredients to guide me, and I found that this works an absolute treat. But gluten-free pastry works quite a bit different to regular wheat or gluten-based like spelt pastry and things like that. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I get this into here to make a delicious shortcrust pastry base. So we've just put a nice layer of coconut oil onto the baking dish, and then we're just going to massage this down. Now this is going to take you a few minutes, but it's important to enjoy the process. So I'm kneading it with my knuckles and pushing it down, and then I'm going to start to use my fingers. And we're going to basically push it to the side of the dish. Now, if you're a massage therapist, you're probably going to find this really easy. You might find that you get some holes in some pieces. You just want to pull some of the pastry over from the other side. It's not very technical, but it works a treat. So I'm just basically trying to get it even all across the dish. All right, so now we've got this really nice even pastry base. And I'm going to pop this in the fridge, which helps it just solidify a little bit more, which is basically the action of the coconut oil. I'm going to turn the oven on to gas mark 4, which is about 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to make the topping. So basically the topping is cake, and this is how we do it. We need 75 grams of rice flour, 75 grams of tapioca flour, 50 grams of ground almonds, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds, and then we're going to mix that all in together gently. Then we need to do the wet topping ingredients. So we're going to do that in a separate jug. 75 milliliters of rice syrup, 75 milliliters of water, 75 milliliters of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of almond essence, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Give it a little bit of a mix, and before you mix the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients for the cake topping for the Bakewell Tart, go grab your baking dish out of the fridge. Oh, it's nice and solid now, actually. What I'd like you to do now is grab a few spoonfuls of sugar-free fruit spread. You can use the chia jam recipe from my book. I like to use this one too. This is organic raspberry fruit spread from Meridian, and they hand make this in Somerset, so it says on the lid. I really like this. This is my favorite. So just a few big dollops of that and spread it just nice and evenly along the base there. Oh, this is really exciting because I know how good this is gonna taste. Okay, so next part, we're gonna mix the wet ingredients for the cake topping into the dry. And we're gonna watch it magically transform into a cake mixture. And just scrape it all out. Now, a little bit of culinary magic here. And again, if your kitchen is cold, the coconut might start to thicken. So you're gonna mix that just for about 30 seconds or so, just to make sure everything is nicely combined together. Making sure that your oven is already preheated at gas mark 5, 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. I do prefer to use gas because you can control it much more. And I know what gas does. All right, so pour it in. This may be starting to thicken at this stage already. And I can smell it. I can feel the energy. This is gonna be so good. Everyone that I've served this to so far over the last couple of years since I invented it has gone absolutely crazy for it. So pop this into the oven on a medium to high shelf, and you're just gonna have to be really patient while it bakes. Okay, so 35 minutes are up, and I am so excited because I can smell this incredible aroma just permeating through my kitchen. Oh yes, there we go. So I'm gonna let this cool down so that it can do that magic culinary alchemical thing to perfection. Then I'm gonna slice it up and share it with my friends. If you like this, then you will absolutely love my book, Angelicious. It's jam-packed with over 110 deliciously healthy vibrational raising recipes, and it has 2 dessert sections. Thank you for tuning in. Please do come subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep up to date with all my latest sharings there. Come visit my website, trinityskitchen.com, or visit me on Facebook, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.